Dogs are loyal companions, are furry confidants, and sometimes are unexpected comedians. But beyond the wagging tails and playful barks lies a world of astonishing facts that might just make you see your canine friend in a whole new light. Ready to embark on this tail-wagging journey? Let's dive in! Fact 25. Dogs can help you live longer. Having a dog isn't just good for your heart, it might actually save it. Scientific studies show that dog owners tend to live longer, healthier lives compared to those without furry companions. Why? Because dogs get us moving. They pull us out for daily walks, encourage playtime, and invite us to explore the world with them, rain or shine. But the benefits go beyond physical activity. Just petting a dog can lower your heart rate, ease anxiety, and trigger a release of oxytocin, the hormone that makes us feel loved and connected. Whether you're struggling through grief or simply facing the stress of daily life, your dog stands beside you, silently supporting you in ways you might not even realize. That steady companionship may just be the key to a longer, happier, more meaningful life. Fact 24. A nose that knows. A dog's nose is nothing short of a biological miracle. Picture this. While humans might notice a spoonful of sugar in a cup of tea, a dog could detect that same spoonful in an Olympic-sized swimming pool. That's how powerful their sense of smell truly is, up to 100,000 times more sensitive than ours. This isn't just a cool fact, it's life-saving. Dogs are used to find missing people, detect explosives, uncover hidden drugs, and even sniff out diseases like cancer or diabetes, often before medical tests can. Some can even detect changes in their owner's body chemistry before a seizure happens. Their noses are finely tuned tools of survival and compassion, and they're always switched on, sniffing out the world in a way we can barely comprehend. Fact 23. Dreaming dogs. Have you ever watched your dog sleeping, paws twitching, lips quivering, maybe letting out a soft bark, and wondered what was going on inside their head? Well, it turns out your dog is probably dreaming. Just like humans, dogs go through REM sleep, the stage where dreams occur. Research suggests they likely replay their daily lives, chasing a ball, running through fields, or cuddling in your arms. Puppies tend to dream more than adult dogs, possibly because they're processing all the new experiences they're having. It's a heartwarming thought that even in sleep, your dog is reliving moments of joy, adventure, and love, quite possibly the moments spent with you. Fact 22. Super hearing. While you're hearing someone knock at the door, your dog might already know who it is by the sound of their footsteps from halfway down the street. Dogs hear at frequencies up to 65,000 Hz, more than 3 times what the human ear can detect. This extraordinary range allows them to pick up high-pitched noises like the squeak of a mouse or the electronic buzz from devices that are silent to us. It's also why thunderstorms and fireworks can be so distressing. Those booming sounds are even louder and sharper to them. Their acute hearing makes them loyal guardians, intuitive helpers, and sometimes a little too good at catching the sound of the snack drawer opening. Fact 21. A breed for every need. From tiny teacup chihuahuas to majestic Great Danes, the diversity among dog breeds is nothing short of amazing. With over 340 recognized breeds worldwide, each one was shaped for a specific purpose: herding, hunting, guarding, companionship, and more. Some breeds, like Border Collies, thrive on solving problems and learning commands, while others, like the Basset Hound, were built to track scents with unmatched determination. Then there are breeds that were created simply to bring comfort and companionship, gentle souls like the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. Whatever your lifestyle, personality, or needs, there's a dog breed that feels like it was made just for you. And often, that perfect match doesn't just change your life, it completes it. Fact 20. Nose prints, a canine ID. Just like every human has a one-of-a-kind fingerprint, every dog has a completely unique nose print. The bumps, ridges, and swirls on a dog's nose are as distinctive as a snowflake. No two are ever the same. In fact, some organizations even use nose prints as a reliable way to identify dogs, much like fingerprinting for humans. It's nature's way of giving each pup their own special signature. So the next time your dog nudges you with that cold, wet nose, remember, you're being touched by something truly irreplaceable. It's their identity, their mark, and a little reminder that there's never been and never will be another dog exactly like yours. Fact 19. Emotional intelligence. Dogs may not speak our language, but they understand us better than most people do. They read body language, tone of voice, and even subtle facial expressions to sense how we feel. Whether you're beaming with joy or quietly holding back tears, your dog knows. And they react, sometimes with playful excitement, sometimes by simply laying their head in your lap, offering silent comfort. Studies have shown that dogs can differentiate between happy, angry, and sad human faces. Their emotional intelligence is a beautiful blend of instinct and empathy, making them natural-born healers of the heart. When you're at your lowest, they don't ask questions, they just stay. And sometimes that's all we need. Fact 18. Triple eyelids. While we humans rely on two eyelids to protect and moisten our eyes, dogs have a third, a hidden superhero called the nictitating membrane. This extra eyelid moves diagonally across the eye, providing protection from dust, debris, and injury, especially during rough play or fast chases. It also keeps the eye moist, which is vital for their vision and overall eye health. You might catch a glimpse of it when your dog is super sleepy or blinking slowly. It's just one more built-in feature that shows how dogs are biologically equipped for adventure, agility, and survival, and yet, somehow, they still have the softest gaze when they look at you with love. Fact 17. Canine communication. A wagging tail, perked ears, a tilted head. Your dog is speaking volumes without saying a word. Dogs use an entire language made up of body signals, facial expressions, and even eye contact to communicate their feelings. A tail wag can mean joy, but it can also signal anxiety, depending on its speed and position. A low growl might be fear, not aggression, and a long, direct stare can mean curiosity or a challenge. Learning to read your dog isn't just fascinating, it strengthens your bond and builds deeper trust. Because when you begin to truly understand what they're trying to say, your relationship becomes something extraordinary, a silent conversation filled with emotion, loyalty, and mutual respect. Fact 16. Timekeepers. Have you ever wondered how your dog knows exactly when it's dinner time or when you're about to walk through the door? Dogs have an incredible internal clock. They can sense the passage of time and pick up on subtle cues like changes in light, sounds, or even your scent fading or returning in the home. They begin to associate patterns with events, like the jingle of your keys meaning you're about to leave, or the sound of the garage door signaling your return. That's why your dog might be sitting by the door, tail wagging, just minutes before you get home, not by accident, but because they know you. They're not just keeping track of time, they're counting the moments until they're with you again. Fact 15. Left or right pod. Just like people can be right-handed or left-handed, dogs can also show a preference for one paw over the other. This is known as lateralization, and you can often spot it when your dog reaches for a toy, scratches behind their ear, or steps forward from a sit. Over time, you may notice a consistent pattern, always leading with the right paw or favoring the left. Some studies suggest that paw preference can even reveal more about a dog's personality. Right-pawed dogs may be more confident, while left-pawed ones might be more cautious. Discovering which side your dog favors isn't just fun, it's another window into their inner world, showing us that even in something as simple as a paw tap, they have their own individual quirks, instincts, and habits that make them beautifully unique. Fact 14. Health benefits of petting. When you gently run your hand along your dog's back or scratch behind their ears, something magical happens, not just for them, but for you too. That simple act of petting triggers the release of oxytocin, often called the love hormone, in both humans and dogs. This hormone fosters feelings of bonding, trust, and deep emotional connection. At the same time, petting lowers cortisol levels, reducing stress, anxiety, and even blood pressure. It's a form of silent therapy. When your dog curls up beside you and you start stroking their fur, Your heart rate slows, your mind calms, and the world feels just a little bit softer. It's not just affection, it's healing. A moment of love that nourishes your body and soul, and theirs. Fact 13. Leg lifting logic. When a male dog lifts his leg to urinate, it might seem like a simple habit, but it's actually a display of complex instinctual behavior. This action allows dogs to aim their scent higher, giving the impression that they're larger than they really are. In the wild, size means dominance, and the higher the mark, the more impressive the message. It's their way of saying, "I was here," and subtly asserting territory. Interestingly, even some female dogs exhibit this behavior when they're trying to appear bold or dominant. It's more than a potty break. It's communication, strategy, and instinct all rolled into one little lift. A glimpse into the primal world that still lives beneath the surface of our modern-day companions. Fact 12. Cooling mechanisms. Dogs don't sweat the way we do. Instead of relying on sweat glands all over their body, they mainly cool themselves through panting and through tiny sweat glands located in their paw pads. When a dog pants, moisture evaporates from their tongue and respiratory tract, helping to regulate body temperature. You might also notice wet paw prints on a hot day, another sign their body is working hard to stay cool. But because these cooling methods are less efficient than human sweating, dogs are far more vulnerable to overheating. That's why it's essential to provide plenty of water, shade, and rest during warm weather. They rely on us to keep them safe from the heat, because for all their strength and instincts, they still need our help to stay comfortable and healthy. Fact 11. Toddler-level intelligence. Your dog may not be able to talk, but cognitively, they're on par with a human toddler, around 2 years old. This means they can understand roughly 150 to 250 words and gestures, follow simple instructions, solve basic problems, and even show signs of deception to get what they want. Some dogs learn to open doors, figure out how to get treats from tricky puzzles, or manipulate your attention with a well-timed whine. It's not just smart, it's emotionally intelligent too. They know when you're watching, when you're upset, and how to use their charm to cheer you up. Watching a dog navigate the world with childlike wonder and cleverness reminds us how incredibly sophisticated their minds really are, and just how much more they understand than we give them credit for. Fact 10. Potty on command. For most dogs, potty time is whenever nature calls, but for service dogs, it's a highly trained and controlled task. These extraordinary animals learn to relieve themselves only when given a specific command, allowing them to accompany their handlers into any setting, including airports, hospitals, and public events, without disruption. This ability is the result of months of patient, careful training and trust. It's one of the many ways service dogs demonstrate their discipline, intelligence, and reliability. But it also highlights something deeper, their willingness to put your needs before their own. They don't just assist, they sacrifice comfort, instinct, and convenience, all to help another human live a better life. Fact 9. Spotted tongues. Have you ever noticed a few dark spots on your dog's tongue and wondered what they meant? Over 30 dog breeds, including chows, labs, German shepherds, and even golden retrievers, can have naturally occurring pigmented spots on their tongues. These are simply concentrations of melanin and are completely normal, much like freckles on human skin. They're not a sign of illness or a mix-up in breed. Instead, they're a quirky little genetic detail that adds character and individuality. So the next time your dog yawns, and you see those unexpected spots, smile. It's one more thing that makes your furry friends stand out. Proof that even inside their mouths, they're one of a kind. Fact 8. Seizure detection. Some dogs possess an astonishing gift, the ability to sense a seizure before it happens. Long before any human notices a sign, these incredible animals can detect subtle changes in scent, behavior, or energy in their owner. They respond by nudging, pawing, barking, or positioning themselves protectively nearby. For people with epilepsy, this means more than just early warning, it's a lifeline. It gives them time to sit down, seek help, or even take medication before the seizure strikes. Some dogs can even be trained to fetch phones, press emergency buttons, or stay beside their owner until help arrives. This isn't just science, it's love in action. An unbreakable bond between a dog and a human where one becomes the guardian of the other, guided by instinct, loyalty, and an extraordinary sense that science is only beginning to understand. Fact 7. Night vision. While we fumble in the dark, dogs move through the night with astonishing ease. Thanks to a special reflective layer in their eyes called the tapetum lucidum, dogs can capture and amplify even the faintest glimmers of light. This gives them a remarkable advantage in low-light conditions, one that would make any night vision camera jealous. Their ability to detect motion in the dark helped their ancestors hunt at dawn or dusk and now helps your dog navigate your home at night without missing a step. It's why your dog always seems to know where their toy is, even when the lights are off, or how they find their way to your bedside just to curl up beside you in the middle of the night. It's not magic, but it feels like it. Fact 6. Longevity legend. The oldest dog ever recorded lived an incredible 29 years and 5 months, nearly 3 decades of tail wags, belly rubs, and loyal companionship. That's over 200 dog years of life, love, and unforgettable moments. While this kind of lifespan is rare, it shows what's possible with good genetics, a healthy diet, regular vet care, and most of all, a life filled with love. Dogs are deeply sensitive to their environment, emotionally and physically, and a calm, loving home can truly extend their lives. Every year your dog spends with you is a gift, and while they may never live as long as we wish, with the right care, they can stay by our side for far longer than we ever imagined. Fact 5. Weather warnings. Before the first crack of thunder, before the skies darken, your dog may already be pacing, whining, or hiding. That's because dogs can sense weather changes long before we can. Their acute hearing detects distant rumbles of thunder. Their sensitive noses pick up the smell of rain or shifting air pressure. Their instincts warn them when something's coming, whether it's a summer storm or a full-blown natural disaster. Dogs have even been known to alert families to impending earthquakes or tornadoes before any sirens go off. They're not just pets, they're nature's alarm system, tuned into signals we often miss. When your dog acts strangely before a storm, trust them. Sometimes, their fear is not just anxiety, it's intuition we've long forgotten how to hear. Fact 4. Magnetic navigation. Here's a mystery that still stuns scientists. Dogs may be able to sense Earth's magnetic field. In several studies, dogs were observed aligning their bodies along a north-south axis when they defecated or explored unfamiliar terrain. This strange behavior suggests dogs might use magnetoreception, a built-in compass, to navigate. It's the same mysterious sense used by birds to migrate thousands of miles. This could help explain how lost dogs sometimes find their way home over vast distances, guided not just by smell, but by a deeper, invisible pull toward home. While we may never fully understand how they do it, one thing is certain: a dog's connection to the natural world is far more complex, ancient, and powerful than we'd ever imagined. Fact 3. Cancer detection. Your dog's nose isn't just good, it's life-saving. With up to 300 million scent receptors compared to our 5 million, dogs can detect the faintest traces of disease in the human body. In multiple studies, dogs have been able to sniff out cancers such as lung, breast, and prostate, sometimes even in early stages when conventional medical tests fail. Some dogs are trained to detect these conditions with over 90% accuracy. They alert their owners by sniffing persistently at a specific area or behaving unusually. Imagine this: your dog nudges your chest repeatedly, and it leads to a life-saving diagnosis. It's not science fiction. It's happening right now around the world. These dogs aren't just companions. They're four-legged guardians with noses that could one day save your life. Fact 2. Color vision. Contrary to the old myth, dogs are not completely colorblind. While they don't see the world in full, vivid color like humans, they do see more than just black and white. Dogs have dichromatic vision, meaning they primarily see shades of blue and yellow. Reds and greens appear more muted, like browns or grays. This helps explain why your dog might not chase that bright red ball unless it's moving. But for them, the world is still full of contrasts, motion, and depth. Their vision is perfectly tuned for tracking, especially in dim light. So while your dog might not appreciate a colorful sunset the way you do, they'll notice the shift in shadows and the flick of a squirrel's tail in the distance, and for them, that's more than enough to spark joy. Fact 1. Whisker Wisdom. Look closely at your dog's muzzle and you'll find whiskers, not just decorative hairs, but powerful sensory tools. These whiskers are connected to nerve endings that detect the slightest changes in air currents, pressure, and nearby movement. In the dark, they help your dog sense obstacles and navigate tight spaces. Near food, they help gauge distance and texture. When something brushes against them, they send lightning-fast signals to the brain. In fact, some dogs even use their whiskers to see the world when their eyesight fails. They're like built-in radar, keeping your dog safe and aware at all times. So the next time you stroke your dog's face or see those whiskers twitch, remember, those tiny hairs are a big reason your dog moves with such quiet confidence, even when you can't see a thing. Dogs are truly remarkable creatures, full of surprises and endless love. Next time you look into your dog's eyes, remember the incredible abilities and instincts behind that gaze. Cherish every moment with your four-legged friend. They're more extraordinary than you might have imagined.